Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing the recipe of Malai Kofta with you. So this is a typical vegetarian Indian recipe and mostly kids love it because it's not spicy, it's creamy and it's on the lines of butter chicken but slightly different in flavor because it's not as tomatoey. Although in my recipe I have used more of the tomatoes as compared to the onions, which is traditional in Malai Kofta. The reason being that onions have a lot more carbs, so we have to make up the bulk with something or the other, and I prefer to use tomatoes in this, which is what I have done. I hope you guys will like this recipe. For this we are using paneer. It's very essential to have paneer because this cannot be made with anything else. But you can definitely make this gravy and use it for any other vegetable recipe or even meat recipe. So what you do is you cook your vegetables or meats, you can stir fry them, you can steam them, whatever you prefer to do. Don't forget to season those and then you can add it to this gravy and it will be a delicious gravy as it is. So here I have about 200 grams of paneer. So this is an Indian cheese. If you want to make paneer at home because it's not available to you in any local Indian stores, it's a very simple recipe. I'm going to link it in the description. So check that out and you can make it at home and then make this recipe. And I crumbled the paneer, salted, put some coriander leaves right in the center. I've chopped about 4 to 5 raisins into even smaller pieces and I'm stuffing 1 or 2 of these in the kofta. So I found this a little difficult to do because my paneer was very fatty, and if you can add corn flour to this then it works better. Otherwise you need low fat paneer because that is chunky and holds better. This is normally stuffed with cashews or dry fruits. So what I did is I added all of my coriander leaves and my raisins, which I had taken like about 6 raisins. I added all of that to the paneer itself. And I'm making balls using a small cookie scoop. You can use your hands to do this. You can make your hands a little wet. In that way it won't stick to your hands as much. You can warm this a little bit and also add about 2 teaspoons of psyllium husk if you want to make firmer balls out of it. Now my balls are ready because we are going to lightly fry them golden brown. So let's make the delicious gravy now. In a pan I'm going to take some olive oil and some ghee, and you can take whatever you like, but this is normally cooked in ghee. Now I'm making the gravy for this. So I have a couple of cardamom pods. We just open it and put it in, a cinnamon stick, and this is some onion. I've chopped it really fine and I'm putting the last bit of it in too. So we're going to fry this lightly, and now I'm adding some garlic which is also chopped. I'm going to add that to the pan too. Want it to slightly turn color. You don't want it to be completely brown because it's a mildly sweet dish. I'm adding a little extra oil here and I think my onions are ready. Now I've put about 1/4 cup of cashews. Fry them lightly so they are just slightly toasty. You want it to get warm, not really cooked. And this is some tomato pulp. If you follow my channel, you might be knowing that recently I've been pressure cooking the tomatoes, taking off all the seeds from inside as well as the skin, grind it and store it in the freezer, which is what I put in the pan. You want to completely cook this down till it gets dry. And if you put a lot of oil, then the oil will separate, which is a sign that your tomatoes are cooked. I added some ice cubes just to cool it down quickly, and I can put it through the blender and not have to wait too long. So that is my blended paste, and that's the base of the Malai Kofta. I just wanted to say here that people do add poppy seeds to this too. So you want to toast them along with your cashews and then blend the whole of it. I ran out of poppy seeds, so I did not add it, and you want to add about a tablespoon at that point. I've also added about 3/4 teaspoon of garam masala and seasoned it with some salt. So I actually made a malai kofta for my kids, and I was following a vegan diet, which is what I do for 5 days a month. And so I took the extra gravy, I put my mushrooms in that, and I'm going to show you a picture of that too. And these are some of the variations you can make with the same gravy. If you haven't shared this channel with your friends and family who are following keto and the ones who are not following keto because you care for their health, then you must do it right now. I'm going to fry my paneer balls, or koftas is what they are called, and I used a whey protein powder to kind of give it that brown color, and also I was hoping that it'll hold better with that. So you can see that my oil is getting over hot. But anyway, so the whey protein powder does burn a little quicker than I would want it to. But you could do this in the oven where it doesn't burn as quickly. At the same time it dries up. But I didn't have the time to do that, so I'm doing it on the pan. And it's not like it didn't work out at all. It was pretty good. It just won't be as firm as you wanted it to be. But this is going to be put in the gravy, so it doesn't matter much. So here I'm frying all of my koftas. And after a point I realized that I don't really really want the whey protein powder, so I set it aside and fried them without the whey protein powder. Then I also tried one by mixing the whey protein powder in the batter or in the ball itself, which is the last one I'm doing. And don't worry about the color. So this is a protein with its own fat, and that's the reason it is browning to that extent, but it's not at all even close to burnt. When you're making keto dishes and you can't use all of the ingredients that you want. Here is my gravy, and I've put my kofta balls inside. And you could put some chili powder and turmeric, but that's not what you normally put in this. Also, people don't really add as much tomatoes. More onions are added, and the gravy is more sweet from the onions, but onions are higher in carbs, and that's the reason I've substituted with tomatoes. So I hope you guys like the recipe and are dying to try this flavor because it is delicious. And it's somehow not as popular abroad. Butter chicken is very popular, chicken tikka masala is popular, but this one somehow hasn't made it. So try it out. Leave me a comment in the comment section under the video. Also, you can click the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. Bye.